I called the cops on myself. You know what they told me? They literally told me they was not going to help me. I kid you not. He literally said, he's not going to help me. They're not going to help me unless I literally look like I'm trying to kill my kids. And I said, okay, wait a second. So you mean to tell me I got to look like I want to harm my kids? Now, even if I'm doing it for fake, just trying to get help, shit, they're kids. Everybody got to look the part, which means I would literally have to terrify my kids for a lifetime to get help. And I'm not comfortable with that. Right now, where my kids are, they're safe. I can still freely see them. I talk to them, everything like that, except for my oldest two. So as far as people who say anything like about my mothering, it takes a true mother to do some shit like that to give her kids a chance that she couldn't give them. Where my kids are right now, they're thriving as kids. They can afford to just be kids. When I had them, I was always trying to work, trying to figure out what I got to do for the next hustle, for the next little $50. Like even was braiding hair. Shit, my legal system failed me. Everybody, when I was younger, like I actually had a letter I wrote to one of the teachers at school telling her what I was going through. I done told so many people, nobody did anything. If the people who are supposed to protect you, if they don't listen, make somebody else listen. Make the world listen. Don't ever let nobody make you shut up. And it's okay to not be okay. Go seek that help. Because granted, I do look like the devil in everybody else's eyes, but they don't understand.
I will give this woman props for not keeping her kids, knowing she couldn't take care of them. But it comes down to this. You made the decision to have the kids. You have to take accountability for that. You knew you wasn't in the best position to have kids, but you still had kids. I never understand when a woman decides she wants to have kids, knowing she's not in a good position financially, knowing she's not in a good position mentally, and she still ends up having a kid or kids. And another thing that goes wrong is the men they choose. Oh, my baby dad don't do this, my baby dad don't do that. How are you going to talk bad about this man when you chose him? You decided to engage in intercourse with this man. Now you can't take care of the kid or the kids. It's so messed up because these children did not ask to be put on this earth. You brought them in this world, and now they don't have a mother that they can see on a daily. A mother that they can grow a bond with. Now somebody else's family is taking care of them. It's messed up, man. If you're not established, you have no business having kids. Get on birth control. Use protection. It's no way it took this woman 5 kids to realize, dang, I can't take care of these kids. It's too much. Y'all heard her in the video. She said she had to do different hustles just to get by. Braid hair. $50 here, $50 there. My question to this woman is, after the first kid, you didn't realize, dang, this is too much. It took you having 5 kids to realize you couldn't raise the kids on your own, or with the man or men that you decided to sleep with. I do believe whoever the father is to these children, he should step up and help. Y'all notice she never mentioned a father in this video. So what that tells me is this woman was a single mother. Don't have kids with a man that's no good. Really feel this man out to see if he's the one. Don't sleep around with him just because he's attractive and then cry, my baby dad ain't nothing. Oh, he doesn't help me with our kid. He's out here just living his life. Well, guess what, woman? You chose that man. You have to take accountability for your actions. I said this in previous videos. Women control intercourse. If you don't want to have intercourse with a man, it's not going to happen. You can tell a man, no, I don't want to sleep with you. And that's that. Pick better men and stop having kids when you're not ready to have kids. Because a situation like this can happen where you have to give your kids up for adoption. I feel sorry for these kids, but at the same time, it's good that they are in good hands. But we're going to jump into some comments and see what people have to say about this video. First comment, she did the right thing in the long run. Growing up in poverty isn't comfortable and extremely traumatic. I could see that being traumatic, but at the same time, she chose to have the kids. Why have kids if you know you can't take care of them? That's messed up. Kids should not be without their parents growing up. It's not fair that the kids have to be raised by a complete stranger. That's wrong. If I ever was to have a kid, I promise I would never give my kid away. And me as a man, I would not have a kid knowing I'm not ready to have a kid. Me also as a man, when I do have a kid, I'm going to make sure me and the mother stay together. I'm not going to bail on my kid. A lot of these men are bailing on their kid or kids. I don't believe in doing that. Even if y'all do have a one-night stand, you need to be in that child's life. You decide to sleep around with this woman. She decided to sleep around with you, and y'all created a child. So both of y'all should do y'all part in contributing and helping to raise this child. It's too many broken homes, and I'm tired of seeing it. So it all comes down to making sure both of y'all are on the same page. If y'all don't see a future with each other, do not sleep with each other, because you know what that can lead to. And then you have the woman complaining because the father isn't in the child's life. Next comment. If she had one kid, did that, I can respect that. But to have 5 and give them up for adoption, nah, you could have been figured that out before having 5 kids. That's wild. That's what I'm saying. It took you having 5 kids to figure out you couldn't take care of the kids. Once you had your first child and you seen how tough it was, you should have stopped. Why keep going? You went a second time. You went a third time. You went a fourth time. You went a 5th time. It's only going to get harder if you're not in position to take care of these kids. I can only imagine having 5 kids. You need to be making a lot of money to take care of them kids, especially if you're a single mom. You don't have the father or fathers in the picture. So you got to work 10 times harder to take care of these kids. Stop having friends with benefits. Stop having flings, hookups, whatever you want to call it. And this could be prevented. I'm not going to sleep around with a woman I don't see a future with. It's all fun and games until you get that pregnancy test and see you having a kid. So I just want y'all women and men to make smarter decisions. If you don't see a future with this man, don't sleep with him. Men, if you sleep with this woman and y'all have a kid, please don't bail on this woman. If y'all not going to be together, at least be present in the child's life. It's too many broken homes. It's too many fatherless kids. Next comment. Her BD garbage as heck for not stepping up. I agree. Like I was just saying, if you decided to sleep around with this woman and y'all have a kid, you have to step up. You can't just bail on a woman because she's carrying the kid. You have to be there as well. That's why one night stands and friend with benefits is very risky. Hookup culture is very risky. You don't know what could happen. But at the same time, you have these tools to protect yourself from having a child. If you decided to not use these tools to help prevent from having a child, you have to be present in this child's life. Don't be a deadbeat dad. Be a man. Next comment. When I was pregnant with my first baby, I was sleeping in a tent on Skid Road. I knew I was giving my baby up for adoption, no question. It takes a lot of love to admit though. You love your kids, you can't give them the life they'd thrive in and give them up. Alright, my question for this person that made this comment. What are you doing having a child if you are living in a tent? This comes back to making smarter decisions. If you're not financially stable, you should not be having kids. It's common sense. Let's say I'm homeless. I come across a homeless woman and she's attractive. We sleep around. Now she's pregnant. Don't that just sound off? That is not logical for me to sleep around with another homeless person and have a child with this woman, knowing I'm living in a tent. You got to make better decisions. You have to start holding yourself accountable for your actions. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm a perfect person. I'm not perfect by a long shot. I make mistakes as well. But at the same time, I'm not going to get a woman pregnant if I don't see a future with her. So to this woman that was living in a tent and still decided to sleep around, that's not right. Now your child is not going to grow up with her biological mother. Now your child isn't going to grow up with her biological father. A stranger is going to raise your daughter. That's messed up, man. Don't blame it on, oh, I was young. You got to have some type of sense to say, I'm young. I don't need to have kids. Or I'm not in the best position to have kids right now. No way I'm having kids. This is basic logic. Next comment. To continue to have more kids when you couldn't take care of them is crazy. I always tell people only have as many kids as you can take care of by yourself. Agree. You never know if your partner could die or leave you. That's real. It all comes down to not having kids if you're not in the best position. I don't understand how women continue to have kids knowing their life isn't getting better. Like having kids is going to make your life better. You got to pay for daycare. You got to pay for clothes, shoes, food. This woman didn't have one mouth to feed. She had 5 mouths to feed. I couldn't imagine having to feed 5 mouths and then feed myself as well. God dang, you gonna need a lot of money to do that. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do y'all think this woman made the best decision by giving up her kids for adoption because she couldn't take care of them? Or do y'all think no, she should have found a way to take care of her kids instead of giving them up for adoption. But that's all I got for you guys, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm gone. Peace.